the steel cage is to crown the first ever Section T champion.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and will crown the very first Section T champion.
As I said, here it is.
Great. I know this music.
We saw these two individuals early tonight. Superfly Bry. Not yet. Here with the Irish Wolf and this mysterious woman who is accompanying Superfly Bry, who came out here earlier and wrested the championship away from Scotland Green.
I think that, personally, being in the ring with Superfly, he looks very, very insecure professional wrestler.
Why should he be insecure? Superfly Bry is a former winner of the LPW Legacy Cup. Look, Superfly Bry is confident. He believes that he will be the official Section T champion by the end of the night.
He's got a lot of hurdles. A, the cage. B, in this very building. He is an extremely dangerous competitor and stepping into the cage now to battle Superfly Bry. Hey, the ref's gotta get that club away from Tarzan Duran. scared Tarzan.
He's carrying a giant, half of a tree basically, into the cage.
I mean, eventually found a place in wrestling. And brother Mr. Red, Tarzan Bry is a same cage. Here it is. The wasted page works in his favor tonight.
Tarzan Duran, an incredibly innovative competitor, extremely dangerous, complex, high-risk maneuvers just seem to flow out of Tarzan Duran. He doesn't even seem to have to think about them.
Eats glass and nails for breakfast and dinner. I don't wish anything bad upon people, but I mean, to be honest, for how cocky that he's been recently, I haven't.
So you're saying you're a biased commentator, is what you're saying. Oh, here we go. The bell has rung. These first of two steel cage matches has begun here at Section T Fighter 5. So much of professional wrestling is psychological warfare, and Superfly Bry is not allowing Tarzan Duran to get into his head.
giving up for this. Listen, as we can see over here.
Look, Superfly Bry muscling Tarzan Duran into the corner. That's a bit of a surprise.
I'm not going to be honest. I understand that he's a very good athlete. He has strength. He does have a bit of charisma. He has a sense of pride. His ego is using that little lucha style to take advantage.
Why is the referee getting in between them? This is a steel cage match.
Maybe he doesn't want to be seen or something. Come on. You support us?
Superfly Bry completely unperturbed by the mystique of Tarzan Duran. Where do they get these referees here at Section T, though? Each one is just stupider than the last. Alright, some technical acumen being shown here by both Tarzan Duran and Superfly Bry. That's also a surprise early on in this match. And now, surprising strategy here from Tarzan Duran. Trying to wrestle Superfly Bry here. Tarzan Duran showing these people here at the Mecca that he is a well-honed professional wrestler and not just a maniac.
You have the best of both worlds. You have that great athleticism. At some point, we're going to see the absolute savage. It's only a matter of time.
Just as you were saying, Tarzan Duran ricochets off of that cage, that unforgiving steel.
I gotta give it to Superfly.
But Tarzan Duran bringing it back to the mat. Ooh, nice European uppercut to the external occipital protuberance. That's the back of the head.
I'm really not that stupid.
So you say.
Someone's
Oh, and here a calf crusher. I think Tarzan Duran has surprised Superfly Bry here with his technical skills.
especially someone like Tarzan.
And now surfboard stretch, stretching out Superfly Bry is Tarzan Duran.
I need to find another one Tarzan picks him apart.
And now, oh, toilet flush. Almost got it. Shades of Chad Collier. Tarzan Duran trying to get this victory quickly here in this match. Maybe Tarzan Duran is afraid of what Superfly Bry can do to him in this cage, and that's why he's going for these technical pin attempts so quickly in this match.
I think Tarzan, it's fear. I think it's just showing him this is what happens when you get in the cage with me.
Regardless of what it is, we have an octopus stretch here expertly applied by Tarzan Duran.
Superfly needs to do something fast.
And now into a pinning combination. There we go. Takes a kick to the ribs, it looked like.
Less relying on that wrestling and more relying.
And now right back into the cage head first this time. Superfly Bry realizing he cannot out-wrestle Tarzan Duran in this contest and is going for straight brutality, which is a smart move in this kind of environment to steel cage match.
You have to give it to him. It's a cage match. You might as well use it in some way.
The head of Tarzan Duran like a coconut careening off of the steel of this cage. Well, I don't know what Tarzan Duran's religious views are. Oh, but this time it's Bry. Back first into the cage.
Into the cage. Again, combination. combination of
Tarzan Duran opening the door?
why
Does Tarzan Duran want to escape? Or wait a second. Superfly Bry, high velocity right into the door of the cage, knocking it open. He should just fall out of the cage. Superfly Bry will be the winner. The Irish Wolf should just drag Superfly Bry out of the cage. I once did that with Idris Jackson. That's how Idris Jackson defeated La Rata Ramirez.
pulled him out of the cage.
Indeed.
Because that guy was bleeding. Same here. Good pull out to get the win.
Superfly Bry's support staff here should be dragging him out.
Sure, but I think there's another plan that Superfly might have in mind.
Oh, mouth first it looked like. The mush of Superfly Bry, just his lips just tearing off those chain links.
Yes.
Oof.
You have gone back to prehistoric times.
Well, we are dealing with Tarzan Duran out of the jungle.
Beautiful butterfly suplex.
Looks like almost a butterfly driver. Superfly Bry coming down on the back of his head, and the mouth of Superfly Bry is bleeding. Bry already a bloody mess, and Tarzan Duran wants to leave the cage, but the Irish Wolf is there. Tarzan Duran out of the cage, the ref not stopping the match. Apparently, the ring announcer did not announce this at the beginning, but you cannot win this match by escaping the cage. And the Irish Wolf intimidated by Tarzan Duran here. That's surprising. And now, oh my goodness. Superfly Bry now bleeding profusely.
Well, I say never stop bleeding.
Well, what do you expect in a steel cage match known for being one of the bloodiest match types in wrestling history? If not the bloodiest. And now Superfly Bry is in serious pain right now. But also leaving the ring. And wait a second. Tarzan Duran. It says snuff the rooster on this door. Tarzan Duran laying in wait. Oh! And a door right to the head of Superfly Bry.
I told you, Tarzan Duran is a deathmatch artist.
That's Dr. Wisdom to you. Tarzan Duran is now in his happy place. He is trying to find a variety. Oh, now the chair to the head by Superfly Bry. Oh, and across the back. The hardware being unleashed by both of these men now.
Do anything at this point. Section 2 championship stage with women's brass. Natural fighting on the outside. They're taking.
Oh! It looked like the legs of that chair might have caught Duran, but now it's Duran with the advantage.
You tell me that your heart did not skip a beat with that chair shot.
That one sounded like a gunshot.
This is New Jersey, not
You know, I have been in his building in no disqualification matches where I felt chair shots like that. That one now to the face of the Irish Wolf. Another right to the head of Superfly Bry. This building has seen its share of hardcore matches, and this one is living up to all of them.
You have another steel cage match after this, so what else in the bag do is in?
You know, it says stuff the rooster on that door. I believe Frankie Forearms was intending to use that door later in the night. He's not going to be happy if it gets demolished here. But now a second door from Tarzan Duran. Oh, right into the head of Superfly Bry, who is dazed and confused here right out with those steel chairs. When you are struck across the back with a steel chair with that much impact, you taste the steel in your mouth. It rings throughout your entire body.
And then some type of raw emotion. With that steel chair.
And what kind of emotion does it take to continue fighting after you felt a chair shot like that?
Right on the entire spectrum. And Superfly still doing everything he can to stay
Anything goes in this match. Driver just spiked Superfly Bry. I don't know what kind of condition Superfly Bry. Superfly Bry may not win this match. He may not even survive this match against Tarzan Duran.
I can't even imagine how much he's going to
Superfly Bry may be regretting ever stepping into the cage with Tarzan Duran. And now what is Tarzan thinking?
I don't know.
Whatever it was, Braun fought out. And now, dangerous territory for both individuals on the top rope, nearing the top of the steel cage. Oh, Bry collapsing off the top, very close to that door that's laid out between two steel chairs. Oh no, but Bry back up with another chop.
Fire chops with tonight. I think I can leave that up to the coach.
Suplex.
Textbook suplex.
You would be very slightly less in depth.
Textbook suplex is a lot better than yours.
Ridiculous. It was a competent suplex. Far from textbook.
Oh boy. I don't know what Ryan is thinking or feeling.
Tarzan Duran is laid out on that door in a highly compromised position.
What do you do?
Superfly running into his name! Superfly splash from the top rope through the door, and somehow Tarzan Duran able to kick out.
I'm telling you, Tarzan Duran is an undisputed fastest regular style cage match. This is just morning breakfast to him. This is nothing.
Superfly Bry thought he had that championship in hand, but it is not to be, at least not yet. Tarzan Duran survives. And what Superfly Bry has enraged.
Emotion. Absolute raw emotion.
Tarzan Duran, European uppercut. Bry fights back with a kick.
Is he looking for the no teeth?
Onto a chair. Oh!
Turned it into
A high man onto the back of the chair, but Superfly himself came down, spine first, on the chair itself, sacrificing his body to do damage to his opponent with Superfly Bry.
I need to be fortified. If he had turned that into the no teeth on the chair, Superfly might have the match down packed.
Well, it's hard to think clearly in a match like this, especially when you've lost as much blood as Superfly Bry already has. Oh, but Tarzan just absorbing those chops and seeming to draw more energy from them. Asking for more.
Just as every
And what does Superfly have in mind now? Superfly asking for a door. Getting rid of those chairs. Oh no, setting up the door outside the ring, it looks like. Now, Tarzan dumped out of the ring. The people, they're smart enough to get out of the way here. Most of these imbeciles out here, but some of them aren't.
Get it together!
Tarzan head first into the door. What? Oh no. Oh no. Superfly has got to have had several of his limited brain cells knocked loose in this match if he's going to do what I think he's going to do. I mean, I don't even know if the ceiling is high enough for what Superfly has in mind. Whatever he had in mind, Tarzan Duran has stopped Superfly Bry for the moment, and now both of them on the ring apron. Superfly crashing through the door off the side of the cage. And the call of the wild by Tarzan Duran, who appears to be closing in on victory if he can get Superfly Bry back in the ring.
That fall onto the door was very absolutely vicious of their life. Tarzan Duran needs to get out as quickly as possible.
Superfly Bry defiant in the ring. Kick. Oh, one to the head. Is Tarzan going to go for that jungle juice? I think he is. Jungle juice right on the back of the head. Oh, Tarzan's not done. He wants one more. Driver.
That's it.
Superfly Bry, Tarzan Duran, the winner and your champion of Section 10.